Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpack Trader Training Room for Thursday, May the 30th, 2024. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It's not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risk and should only be attempted with funds you can afford to do without. And set that aside, we do have a crude oil inventory report session today at 11 o'clock. A little bit different this week because of the Monday holiday. Crude oil set up at 8.55, projected at 50 EMA, and we do come back and we get in sync there, and unfortunately we get in sync on the way down. With that one. So we go 81, stop and reverse at 69, 12 tick risk or 12 tick difference in the long entry and the short entry. So we have a loss of 24 ticks. The short trade does get target 1 and target 2 because of our 4-tick adjustment between stop and reverse adjustment and key level adjustment. We get 11 and 19 ticks on targets 1 and 2, or 30 ticks net on the trade, and 6 ticks on the session, and that is power of quitting. Unleaded. 16 seconds after 9, we get a short setup. We have about a 17-second bar, so we probably should be in that. That goes quickly, hits target 1 and target 2. So all traders, target 1 or target 2 will be done. It's a small trade, 16 ticks for target 1, 27 for target 2, and then it comes back up for the 1-tick trailer. So we get 17 or 28, and we move on to tomorrow, which is just as well because then we would have gotten a full stop out here on the short and then a second full stop out on the long before getting this winning trade, target 2 and most of the way to target 1 on the trailer. But one and done, small win, back to trade again tomorrow. Market is open, and we do get in sync with the short on the YM. We have a get in sync, or actually we have a valid long trade. It is a get in sync. We touch the entry, so I push the entry up 1 tick, 1650, 16 and a half, and that has not triggered in yet. So let me find, there's micro NQ. I will follow a 10 a.m. crude mini session. That's optional today, but we still do have the full hour before the crude oil inventory report. Pound Aussie just triggered into a long trade. So short on the YM. That's a short setup on the micro NQ. But we aren't in our trade session yet. Still got 3 minutes, or yeah, 3 minutes to go. And YM takes a full stop out. Long trade setup on the micro Russell. That triggered in. Need to push up 1 tick to our 14 tick minimum from target 1. So that will be 58.2, which is the session high. And that is a full stop out. So full loss on the micro Russell, full loss on the YM. Pound Aussie is long. And soybeans has triggered in long. An unfortunate stop out on the micro Russell. Pull back to 1 tick beyond our stop, and now it's going back up. Where are we on the another minute 35 to the session start time on the micro NQ. So far, this is still a get in sync. And we hit the stop on the micro NQ, and that therefore that trade is off the table. That's a no trade, so we'll look for a new setup. So we're long on the pound Aussie and long on soybeans. Everything else is flat at the moment. Taking full losses already on the micro Russell and the YM. First trade of the morning for each. YM was a get in sync on the short. Micro Russell on the long trade. That would have been a break even had it not stopped out. We got the pullback to the stop. took us out. Please do say hello in the chat. Nice to know who's here in the morning. Pound Aussie still hanging around, right around the entry, just below at the moment. Long trade. Soybeans in the long trade, a couple ticks below its entry. YM with a short trade. That did trigger. YM setting a new session high. And we have some divergence in our market indices again. Micro Russell also at session highs. And not sure it's going to push higher, but it looks like it's been a little bit of a struggle. Micro NQ set a session high start at the start of pre-market trading, it looks like, and then has fallen back. It's currently looking like it's headed downward. YM now starting to turn downward as well. In the short, and the Micro Russell showing some signs of turning down as well. That was a full loss trade. Money management and target one on the YM was our loss on the first trade. 37 tick risk, that's a 74 tick loss. 2-position trade. We have an 18, no, so we'll go to, that was less than 20 tick target one. So actionable target is target 2, and we also have hit that, 28 ticks. That takes us to 60, 40, 46, and we now trail. Trailer looks like it's at 58, 258. Soybeans got up to the entry, tick past the, actually back up to our, to a tick past our adjusted entry, and now it's pulling back to the 50 again. Testing the 50 EMA, 20 SMA, both at the same level right now. We've got about 3 more weeks on the current July contract before we likely transition to the November contract. No, September contract, excuse me. YM trailer at 251 and just stopped out. So 251, 259. We just picked up 8 ticks. So down 38. Oh wait, yeah. Set up a low on that. I would go a couple of ticks above the 20. Yeah, let's go to 256. And looks like that adjustment kept us out of the long trade. We now have a short trade that we're entered with the stop at 256. Adjusted a couple of ticks around the 20 SMA on that entry on the YM, which kept us out of the long trade, avoided a full stop out. We're now in the short trade. Micro NQ entered a long trade while we were watching things go on in the YM and soybeans. Soybeans. That is a valid stop and reverse. But we never get a chance to take it, so you actually exit on the close of the bar where that sets up. Pending home sales coming up at 10 o'clock. That's a red label report. So you might want to stand down from new trades. Micro NQ hitting target 1, so we're break even stop 725 3/4. Actionable target is target 2. And we had a big short trade on the micro Russell, ends up trailing to a very small loss. It looks like a loss of just 2 ticks. So we have a full loss, a partial loss. I'd call a 2-tick loss a break even. soybeans went too far on the short because it did hit the target one before coming back up. Now it looks like it just hit the entry, but that's not going to be good in sync because we did hit the money management level before coming back to the entries. That is off the table. All right, the YM avoids the stop and reverse, so we're still in the original blue short back here, one that I have marked up. This new short triggered, so that definitely cancels the stop and reverse. Much smaller trade on that. And a new stop and reverse. On the YM. We got 226, and it did. Now, I'd go to 228 and it hit that also. Get around the 50 EMA, but it hit that, so that was our entry. We are in it. So we go from 209 to 228, 19 ticks, 38 tick loss on top of the 38 that we're already down, and we're back to 76 ticks down. Money management at 36. That is our 8 tick minimum. And we did touch that and pull back to a break-even stop. So down, right back to our 74 ticks down. From the very first trade. And we're out some trade costs. Short and a long. Ooh, another full loss on the micro Russell. Yeah, the minute long bar. Pound Aussie still long. Micro NQ still long. Soybeans with a long setup. I'm going to adjust a tick around that spike to the entry again. Make it 12.17 flat. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4 touches of 16 3/4. Definitely move that up to 12.17. Pretty good sized trade. 12 ticks to target. Short on the micro Russell. Move down a tick to 51 flat. YM and the micro Russell both pushing down now. Micro NQ was pushing up, now kind of non-committal right at its 50 EMA. Stop it. Potential stop and reverse on the pound Aussie. 172. So far, still in the long. And if the micro Russell stops out, this will be loss number 3. And there it is, loss number 3. That ends the micro Russell session. Micro NQ, first trade of the day, trying to push up to target 2 to make this a winner. One tick away from target 2, that for me, that would have been a take profit. This 12-point momentum, or 12-point custom Rico 3-point offset is big bar. So our targets are fairly large. Fighting over a single tick is not a good idea. It is right at the session open. Data is still 10 minutes away from the inventory report. Possibly be a get in sync. Crude for the 10 a.m. mini session. Soybeans is flat. Pound Aussie's still in the long trade with a potential stop and reverse. Micro Russell is done. Long trade on the YM. So YM is long. Soybeans is flat. One tick adjustment above those swing highs, keeping us out of that trade so far. YM down 74. 1, 2, 3, 4 trades. This is number 5, so we got this and one more trade to get us even. Micro Russell with a break, at least a break even on this long trade, not participating because the trade plan is complete. And soybeans triggering into the long. You got two choices there, either to add on trade just set up or the earlier purple trade that we adjusted the entry one tick. That's a little bit larger trade still. That is the trade I would normally be in. That also puts a stop down there below the session open. Micro NQ challenge, and there's a break-even stop, so I count that as a win. I would have picked up most of target 1, or target 2 rather. And there is a short on the micro NQ. Triggers in. This is just the second trade of the day on the micro NQ. And we have a stop and reverse situation on the YM. Entry at 177, 174 for the stop and reverse. Another 17 tick difference. Loss of 34 puts us down 108 for this last trade. And we are in the short. I'm going to take a big runner to get us positive this time. Long on soybeans, long on the pound Aussie. Full stop out on the micro NQ. 1 win, 1 loss. Get in sync long trade. And we're still not, we're still 2 minutes away by my data. Okay, I'm starting to catch up. I'm down to 6 minutes rather than 6.5. And we're under 6 minutes behind now. All right, crude coming to the entry. Still not, just hitting the session, so that is should be long on crude. $79.01 for the entry. And a new long setup. Still valid because we haven't hit the entry. We did hit the stop, but the entry has not been hit yet. So the trade is still valid. And obviously, if we get it up close, it's going to hit both on the same bar, so we'll have to track it manually. Doesn't look like that down close is not going to give us crossover that'll cancel the trade. And we stop and reverse too short on the pound Aussie. Target 2 is our 12 pip minimum. Actually, no. 12 pip minimum is going to be 60 even, 160, because of the stop and reverse adjustment. So targets 3 and 4. 3 positions coming off at target 3. And we have potential short trade, potential stop and reverse. Didn't have the crossover until after that bar closed. No, wait a minute. Yeah, we have got a stop up there, so that is a valid stop and reverse. That's going to be at 13 flat. Right there. Did trigger in. That's a second loss on soybeans, but it did reduce the loss a bit. Pound Aussie finally moving down now, setting a new session low. And trade number 6 on the YM goes to break even. Hits money management, not target, and break even stop out. So we're down 106 on the day. That's what a losing session looks like on the YM. It's not in sync. Those noisy trends are the ones that get to be where they're not extending enough to get to give you, and not giving you the setups in the direction of the trend. They're giving you setups opposite the trend and not able to do anything with those to speak of. Just over 3 pips from money management on the Pound Aussie. The long trade did on the micro NQ did cancel. We got a new short set up. That has not triggered and just hit the stop. So still, that's going to remain a valid trade. In a noisy period, looks like, on the micro NQ. This is a larger. There's our stop right there. And the long trade was a target 3 win. Then we get a short that's a full loss. Both of those trades outside of our trade plan on the micro Russell. And now the YM makes a solid move upward, but not participating in that. We've taken our 6 trades. 6 trade maximum on that trade plan. Long trade on micro rut in Q. That one triggers in. So that the short is canceled. Looks like we got within 2 ticks of the target 1 on soybeans. Avoided a stop and reverse on the crude chart. That would be at A4. That's gone through the stop on the stop and reverse, so stop and reverse is canceled. Did never trigger even unadjusted. We've got about 30 more minutes, so we can follow these. Now Nausea coming back up to test the 20 SMA. Crude trying to get to money management. 79.16 for money management. Looks like we got to 15. No, looks like we did get to 16. Yep, we got to 16. So that is money management. And the stop will come to 79.02. Actually, until we hit target, that's going to be 78.99 is the major key level. And there it is. So we'll have a couple of ticks of risk still on this. And another full loss on the micro NQ. And that's the, no, let's see, that's only the second full loss. Because the last 2 trades didn't ever trigger in. Soybeans working its way back up to its entry. 12.13 flat. Market is just noisy this morning. Short trade on micro NQ. Triggers in. Trade number 4. Interesting pattern there on the micro NQ. Sort of like a head and shoulders, but the shoulders, both shoulders are higher than the head, which is kind of strange. Looks like we're pushing down below the neck, so that is a good sign for the short. And we have a break-even stop out on the crude long trade. Short trade is a squeeze zone, so that is filtered out. Money management on the micro NQ stopped to 722.25. Break-even stop. Target 2. There is win number 2 on the micro NQ, and we are trailing 707.25 for the trailer. 704.5. Next target is target 3. Almost there. Soybeans is still short. Pound Aussie is still short. Stop held by a tick. We're not done yet. And micro NQ stopping out. A little bit more than target 1. 2 wins, 2 losses. 1 or 2 trades to go. We can take 1 loss or 2, up to 2 additional trades. for the trade plan. 4 wins, 3 losses, or 6 trade max. So we've got 2 wins. So on the winning side, we would go to 6 trade max, or 1 loss would give us the third. 1 more loss would be the 3 losses. Soybeans going back and forth between good and in fact, it got within 1 tick of money of target 1, and now comes all the way back up and touches the entry again. Long trade on the micro NQ and getting a second chance to get into it. So we should be in that. This is trade number 5. Hopefully this will extend enough to at least get us to break even. Volume is done on 6 trades. Getting another long there. All right, looks like a slow day. I'm going to wrap it up about 10:30 here, and we'll see everybody back in about half an hour for the crude oil inventory report session. Soybeans testing its 50 EMA again. Ooh, this is not good on the micro NQ. Full stop out would end, or stop out loss would end the session on the micro NQ. Energy's got it done this morning. Minimal session on both of them positive. The market indices have been difficult, and soybeans is not doing well either. Two stop and reverse losses, and we're in a short that's meandering back and forth between the entry and just shy of target one. Micro Russell picking up a second win after the end of our session, setting new session highs. And there's money management on the micro NQ. Shrugged off the potential downturn. Looks like data lost some ground. It'll be about 6:45. Yeah, about 6:45 behind. Long trade on the crude chart. Small trade money management is at 79.06. Target one is at 79.08. It looks like, yes. I'd like to adjust this around the 200 EMA, but this trade is so small I hesitate to do it. If it gets the money management, this will be a power quitting trade. It'll be the second money management trade of the mini session. Long trades filtered on soybeans. Hybrid mode keeping us from reversing to long. And try to stick around and see where this crude trade goes. And a break-even stop on the micro NQ. Trade number 5. One trade to go. And there is valid long trade set up. So we would close out the short at close of that bar, so 15.50, 15 and a half, 15 and 3/4. And we are flat there. So 3 stop and reverse losses. Okay, back under 6 minutes. And that long trade comes off. Stop and reverse exit saved us quite a bit on the short trade. That's the second stop and reverse trade has gone beyond the entry before it set up and then went to target 1 on soybeans this morning. Crude testing the 50 EMA. And getting close to our stop at 73, or at 83 rather. Not within 2 ticks. And stopping out, and then we've got a transition to short at 82. For the third and final trade of the session. Not a nice day in general. Even the winning sessions have been very muted today. Micro NQ is pretty close to a break-even session. There's our Final trade of the day there is a short. Maybe push that down a tick as it came down. Go ahead and follow it from the plotted point. Pound Aussie back at the entry again. Short on crude. And what do we need to catch up there? That was a full stop out. 26 tick loss. We're down 24. Actually, we got a 4 tick loss on the first one. Even though it was a break even, we were still had a couple of ticks risk on because the major key level. So we're at down 30 this session. Actually, Pound Aussie and crude. Oh, we've still got the micro NQ running. Soybean still has some trades to take. 2 trades it can take. Difficult day. Stop and reverse to long at 81. And that's going to put money management at 93. Yeah, target 2 is 94. So 1 tick before target 4. And money management on the micro NQ. Final trade of the day on micro NQ is going to be at least a break-even trade. 704 1/4 for this current trailing stop. Actually, a break-even stop, but that's, we're going to have to, there's target 2. So that is a third win. 2 losses and 1 break-even. So it looks like this is going to be a positive session on the micro NQ. Now Aussie's still short, but it has hit the entry unadjusted for the long stop and reverse long, but not our adjusted entry. So hit the unadjusted entry for the trade. And we're hanging around right at the entry on our short trade on crude. Soybeans going through target 2, but that trade has gone too far for us to get involved in. It didn't set up until after the price had gone through the entry. Money management and target 1 on crude. So let's see, we're down 30. That's a target 1 win. 17 ticks, down 13 still. Actually, down 12 because we've got 1 in hand. Break even stop. Stop at 81. So we need 13 ticks, most of the way to target 1, 4 ticks shy. Or we need additional 12 ticks from where it is to get to break even. Target 2 is worth 26, and that'll definitely get us positive. Micro NQ trailing 685 and a quarter. All right. Last trade in process on both crude and micro NQ. We did stop and reverse back to long on the pound Aussie. But I am going to, oops, there's target 3. Yeah, there's target 3 on the micro NQ. So our next target will be target 4. Definitely going to be a positive session on the micro NQ. Very close to target 4. Stop on crude will stay at 79 on this bar. Or stay at 81 rather. Got to get down one more. Yep, it stayed at 81. All right, I'd love to see these through till they hit somewhere. There's stop moving down to 77 on crude. And did we get target? Yes, we got target 2. So crude 10 a.m. session will be positive. 26 and 17, 43 ticks. So we're 13 ticks positive. That trade is done. We did get target 4 on the micro NQ. 666 flat for the trailer. And on that, I'm going to sign it off. I'm going to do a quick turn and get ready for the crude inventory report. See you back in 5 to 10 minutes. Have a good one.